Our mosques are built with the purpose of bringing people together and serving our neighbors and the local society. Our mosques are beacon of light, radiating peace, love, and humanity.
Considered to be one of the largest mosques in Australia, Mosque Bait-ul-Huda has stood on the outskirts of Sydney for 30 years as a beacon of peace. Sitting on over 20 acres, Mosque Bait-ul-Huda has become an icon at the heart of the bustling Sydney Business Park, far from its humble beginnings in the 1980s when it was surrounded by considerable bushland. Not only has it accommodated for the immense growth of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Sydney, but has also continually aided the community in fulfilling the rights of God and the rights of humanity, as beautifully explained by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper. In light of this, a Mosque for Peace event was held at Masjid Bait-ul-Huda to commemorate the 30 years of inauguration.
The program began with the recitation of the Holy Quran and opening remarks by Amir and Missionary in Charge of Australia, Imam Inamul Haq Kausar Sahib, in which he welcomed and thanked the 550 guests and Ahmadi members for attending.
Today's gathering is actually thanksgiving to God Almighty, who has given us the chance to serve the community for 30 years, to serve our neighbors, to serve our city, and to serve our country as well.
Presentations on Bait-ul-Huda Mosque and the purposes of mosques explained by Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper, were played to provide insight about mosques to community members. This was followed by a speech and presentation on the history and progress of Bait-ul-Huda Mosque over the past 30 years. Various distinguished guests also addressed the audience.
The Ahmadiyya community, a lot of families, with all the responsibilities they have, the mortgages and the bills they have to pay, they dig deep and they give. And if they don't have the money, they give of themselves and their time to make this place grow. That spirit of generosity extends in a lot of other ways.
I've been in this area for 31 years. For many of those, I was just driving up and down Richmond Road past these premises without knowing much about them. I think it was about a dozen years ago that I first became involved in attending here. And I've seen the building and I've seen the appearance of the place change, of course, around it. Your faith and the attempt that you've made so genuinely to live it out in this community has been a wonderful gift to all of us. And I want to thank you tonight for being part of our region, for being part of our community.
Amir Sahib closed the event with his final thanks and silent prayers. Dinner was served to all those in attendance and all guests had the opportunity to enjoy an exhibition on Bait-ul-Huda Mosque. May Allah continue the growth of mosques around the world and allow us to keep giving back to the community in our best capacity.
This was a really momentous occasion celebrating 30 years of the mosque being built. But I do believe this is a celebration of the Ahmadiyya community and the movement as a whole rather than only the mosque. But look, the mosque is really important. It is a landmark, it's important for identity, and I think that it's a testament to the hard work and the goodwill that not only was this mosque constructed, but there was a vision to have it out this way. And so I just want to thank the Ahmadiyya community for having me as part of this really important celebration.
I think it's only the beginning of the journey here for the Ahmadiyyan community, and I was really privileged to be here to join in the celebrations.
A celebration. It's a celebration of a community that has settled well in Australia, established itself, is very much engaged with its community but also beyond it, and this reflects something of the history which people ought to understand. A community that came to Australia primarily as refugees.
MTA International, Australia Studios.